Hello, everyone. I am SS the Showstopper, and today is the 20th of September 2023. Beautiful Sunday. It's sunny, it's great here, nice weather. It's not hot as yet, and I don't know how the rest of the day will go, but I hope it will be calm, cool. It will remain sunny and just as beautiful as how it started. Now, last night I was up. I was up last night and I was on a live, on a YouTube live. In particular, Rawpa Crawpa is a YouTube vlogger. He has a whole lot of subscribers, like 347,000 subscribers and counting, you know. And he was on a topic about Queenie. It started from her live, social media sensation, Queenie, and that Dewey situation where Dewey left her, Dewey took the car, Dewey's in Canada, he got show. According to her, he's sleeping with the woman who was doing the booking for them in Canada, and she's sending her disrespectful messages and all of that, including other women and stuff like that. And Queenie's upset. She was ranting. She was going basically berserk over the entire situation of Dewey leaving, moving out. One minute she doesn't want him, the next he should come back as a husband and be a good husband to a wife and honor his vows and his relationship. The next she wants his car. So the argument was that she can easily report it. According to Miss Empress, who was on the live, she can easily report it. She can do whatever it is that she wants to do if she really is interested in getting back her motor vehicle. All the things that she's doing is unnecessary. She just wants the attention from the guy because she feel hurt, she feel abandoned and stuff like that. But if she really wants it, she can easily file a report and, get the vehicle and stuff like that, or get a locksmith to cut her another key. She has money, she can find the resources to pay the locksmith to do all that. She's just being extra online, and she lives for drama and stuff like that. But Dewey saw an opportunity, like everybody else has been saying the same thing. Dewey saw an opportunity, he took it, he ran with it, he got his papers, he's going about his business. He doesn't want to be with her, he doesn't even like her. So the topic was him abusing her, the physical abuse, where she actually lied that, it was some injury that turned into a cyst and stuff like that, where he actually punched her. He had on a ring and he punched her in her face and it did great damage. She left it unattended to, like homemade dressing and stuff, which wasn't enough. And over time, it developed into a cyst. And so it was swollen and she had to go to the hospital to get it drained and have the cyst removed and stuff like that. And it was very frightening to people knowing that she, was going through all of this, and she actually had to lie to the public that it was some sort of injury when it was really an abuse. And he showed wound that, I spoke about it. He showed that he was stabbed. She said it's in defense because he was punching her, and, she couldn't do anything about it and stuff like that. And so she had to defend herself with the knife, or with the weed cutting scissors, I'm sorry, that he had, and stuff. So the topic was on the abuse part. So another woman came in, and the lady Empress asked Misty that, if you're in a relationship, if you're in a relationship and you are being abused, would you leave? And would you leave? And she said, no, you won't leave. You can't leave. If you're in a relationship and you're being abused, you can't just leave. You understand? You have to forgive the person. You have to do this. You have to do that. So me, light bulb went off and I started clicking. I was like, how do I get on live? How do I get on this? How do I call in? And so Rawpa Crawpa gave me the link and stuff like that. I called in and I'm like, what's the word? I was kind of hyperventilating because of the entire situation, wherein we regard, I don't know about her, but we regard abuse as an emergency, as a serious situation. And I say to her that there's no way you can say that you will stay. You are sending a very dangerous message. And the next question was, would you advise your friend to leave or stay? She said she wouldn't advise her friend to leave or stay because she didn't put them together, so she can't tear them apart. And they can be back together in no time, or that friend will hate her. And I said, you can preempt what a friend is going to think, and because of such, you don't make a decision. When it comes to abuse, that's an emergency. And if you go to a therapist or so, they will advise you that you have to leave and stuff like that. She said, no, 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 they don't. Not even a therapist. And I said, listen, miss, I study psychology. I also study sociology. You understand me? And a lot of things, no, I'm not a clinical psychologist, but when it comes to abuse and violence, that's an emergency. The first thing they're going to ask you is, do you want me to call law enforcement or call the police? No, you have to leave, miss. Your safety is important. You can't put love in this anymore. You have to think about your safety, which comes first. And she was there and there, and she stand 10 toes down on her opinion that she wouldn't leave, and that she would leave the relationship, and that may mentally plan, and Queenie is mentally planning to leave Dewey. So I say, how do you mentally plan to leave a burning house, for example? You understand me? Because that's an emergency just the same. You have to think about escaping no matter what. And when it comes to your health and your safety, which is paramount, you have to leave the situation once your health is being threatened and your safety is being threatened. So at what point would you leave then? What preparation are you planning to secure your health in order to get out as simple as possible? And she, she was going in circles, and she said, it's her opinion and she's entitled to it. And Frenchie, who is a co-host, I love her. Frenchie was saying that, listen, your opinions can change, and not because you have an opinion, it doesn't mean that it's solid. And you can look into a situation regarding the matter at hand and say, okay, maybe my opinion should change, or I was wrong, or I need to look over what I'm saying and realize that, listen, I'm sending a verbal message. So I said to her that everybody is entitled to their opinion, but one match can burn down a forest. You understand me? So a simple opinion can be very destructive. You understand? And we are worried about young, vulnerable girls who heard women like you, and they're in abusive relationship, and they're thinking that maybe if I love the guy a little bit more, maybe if I care about him, maybe I was really wrong. And so you get a broken limb, you lose your eye, you lose this, that, and the third. And you go through a lot of abuse, and you take it and take it and take it until he either decides to dump you and leave you high and dry, or you basically take your life. You understand me? So I was saying that Hitler had an opinion that black people were inferior and should be exterminated off the earth. He also had an opinion on Jewish people, saying that he think they're about to take over the entire world and they should be destroyed, they should be exterminated. Also, they should be cooked because they wanted to be the N-word. You understand me? They took on the N-word religion of Judaism. And so they wanted to be niggers, so he basically cooked them. This is in his memoir, you understand me? He basically cooked them so they can look like black people, basically. You understand me? That's his opinion. Does it mean it's okay? It's a destructive opinion. So that's what I was trying to let her know. But she's stand 10 toes down. So Frenchie said to her that if you want to speak to me off air or something, because clearly this woman is locked in a time space or a situation wherein she believes that her message is okay, and we can't have that. And I said to her that people are saying that I came off aggressive, and I said, I'm okay in my space. I'm around people, I'm around guys, the guys that I interact with, and so are guys who respect me, who care about me and stuff like that. I'm worried about other women who are in their situation and they don't have that protection, or they don't have that respect, and they think that whatever it is that they're getting is okay, or that's what, because they simply don't know better. And I was saying to her that there are people who don't know better, and it would be great if you stand in the position of giving an advice. You understand me? But we were speaking in reference to Queenie and Dway situation and the assault, okay? And we were looking into it, and we're saying, no, that's not okay. Queenie, we all know, is a mad woman. You understand me? And she's going to subject herself to whatever it is that she wants, just to have that immature, unbecoming husband in her life. And we're saying that this thing could have worked. If you use your money to get him, why not use your money to get another one? Now, you see where you guys will agree with me, but when I said it in the medic video, a lot of people came at me and said it's not okay to use people, it's not okay. But if you use your money to lure someone and they don't live up to your expectation all day, every day, I guess, because you probably think that they're robots. If you use your money to lure someone and it's not going how you want, you use your money to lure another one. You understand me? She said she met this guy. He made her feel young in and out the bedroom. He had her picking plum and all of those kind of things, climbing trees. She felt young. She felt youthful again and stuff like that. And she had money. So she did all of that, spend almost £10,000, she said, to get him to come to England. So if you do that, why not? And you have the money, why not get £10,000 more and get another one? That's all I'm saying. Why not use your money to get another person? If I use my charm to get that person, and I see wherein they drift away, I use my charm again to get someone else, because the source never dry. You understand me? And they don't live up to my expectation. I'm moving along. Where Queen is concerned, I think she's delusional. I think she's, as Miss Empress said, she's just mad because he left. As soon as Dewey call her and say, Queenie, I'm sorry, and he wants some money. If it's even to borrow it, she's gonna borrow that money. And that's why the guy continues, because he knows that there is an open gap for him to be accepted back. So you see, once a guy realize, I always say men tap into their animal instinct twice. Men tap into animal instinct twice when they're stripped of their humanity. When they're stripped of their humanity, they're dehumanized, they're restrained, where they have limited movement and stuff like that. Their animal instinct is going to chip in. And number two, when you give them unlimited power or unlimited authority over you, they're not going to think that they should protect you and provide for you and care for you. You understand? They're going to think that they should abuse, they should take advantage, whatever it is that they're giving, you will accept, you should take, because what? They have the unlimited authority of which you grant them. And that's what I realize that happens in a lot of relationship. And I spoke about self-abandonment. When you're in a relationship and you abandon yourself, you open up the floodgate for demons, for evil, and for those who are not religious, let me not use the word, for bad energy to sip in and take advantage. Because remember, you are less caring yourself. You're not taking care. You're not paying attention to your happiness. You're not paying attention to your peace. You're not paying attention to your beauty. You're not paying attention to what makes you whole. You are paying attention to an individual and you're guising it as love. But when it all ends, you realize that, listen, you never loved this person. You were never even attracted to this person to begin with. What you did was abandon yourself. And because you abandoned yourself, bad energy found a way to sip in and made everything seem great when it's actually an illusion. It's actually an illusion. You understand me? The devil works in people, and it channels people and they come in your life at a perfect time. A perfect time when you're vulnerable, perfect time when you are naive to a lot of things. And so or when you're hunting, comes under vulnerability, you're hunting for better, to move, to elevate yourself. The devil will sip in and it comes with all the bells and whistles and come with trinkets. And so you believe all of these things. And when reality sets in that this person really was an opportunist, or this person was a user or a liar, or they're just a master manipulator and a narcissist, when reality sets in, it's then you see that, it wasn't care, and you're going to fight it. You fight it because you want to believe that there had been some truth. There must have been at some point that person was speaking the truth, but no, the harsh reality is that they were never speaking the truth. The harsh reality is that that person was never truthful. That person was a notorious liar. That person misled you. They misled themselves. And it all took place because you abandoned yourself. It's not self-blaming, It's not self-blaming. It's actually accountability and realizing a pattern that's taking place. And whenever that pattern happens, what was taking place in your life when it happened? You understand me? So, for example, if you are attracted to a guy who, let's say a guy who can cook, you like a guy who can cook, but then you like a guy who can cook, for example, as a talent. You understand me? And then you meet a guy, he can trim here or he can do here, but he can't cook. And you decide that, okay, I'm going to work with it. I'm going to work with it and stuff like that, because no one is perfect. No one is this and no one is that. And stuff. He start burning up the food. He start doing all these kind of things. He start doing, and you're getting agitated. You don't like this. You don't like that about it. And he couldn't cook. He couldn't cook. But he probably told you that he could. He probably told you that he was a chef, but he wasn't. You understand me? He just wanted to get with you. He really is a barber, or he really just can do here, or whatever the case may be. He can do something, but not cooking. He misled you. You understand me? And you're looking for that day when he make you a wonderful meal. You're looking for that one moment when that guy will make you a wonderful meal for you to say, okay, at least he does this, at least he does that, and I'm so grateful for it. But that day will never come. That day will never come. You have to accept the reality you made error. You understand me? And he was misleading. You have to accept you are with someone who you never met. You are with someone. Remember, I talk about the three persons. When you meet one person, you actually meet three. The person who you met, the person who they actually are, and the person who they are going to be. And it's very rare all three persons are the same. It's very rare all three persons are the same. You have never met that guy. That guy could never cook. He just lied his way through. He lied his way through and he got you at a time when you were hunting for a cooker, or you want a cooker. You were hunting for a guy who can cook, a guy who is a chef, a guy who can make great meals for you and stuff like that. You understand me? So when you realize that who people are and stuff like that, and they show you, you have to just point to the exit. You have to just point to the exit. And I'm saying Queenie loves drama and she does all of these things for the media and for the spotlight. Then why not use your money to get another younger man? Look, I can point you to a parish that have so many young single guys out there not doing anything, would love a great opportunity. So let's draft up some contract. We're going to get shows. We're going to get bookings. You have to participate in this. We have to do that. We have to do that. Yeah, we have sex every now and then. It's okay if you want to go out and get another girl. We are just doing something as business together. And I want to keep making money. I want to be in the spotlight. And there going to be some drama to it, but then let's not, you won't be disrespectful, you won't be this, that, and the third, but we are doing something together. So he's under a contract, that's binding. Should he renege on the contract, then law will step in. You will have to see a litigator, you understand me, and meet at the table. You understand? So there are so many persons. She just went about things the wrong way and perhaps caught feelings. I don't even know if this woman caught feelings. At this point, I think that she strongly believes that in her age, she can find another guy who is going to make her feel the way how she felt. And with less caring of yourself, you're willing to accept anything that comes your way. You're willing to limit yourself and believe that this is the best you will get. This is what, because she wants to be a wife by any means necessary. My lady, not every marriage, as I said before, God has a hand in. And oftentimes how you guys met is how you will leave, how you will break up. God does have a hand in a lot of people marriage. So when they're speaking on adultery and when they're speaking on this and they're speaking on that, that's the reason there's leniency to a lot of things. And even the very Bible, because the laws that are in place in the Bible and the commandments, the laws that are in place in the Bible, it was taking place when people were doing a lot of things, and it showed there are other books and other texts relating to the scriptures that told you what was taking place in those times when people were living a certain life. It wasn't cutthroat. It wasn't cutthroat. There were leniency that were exercised just as then, because what? It's not every marriage that was honorable. You understand me? It's not every marriage that God had a hand in or was wholesome or came together under greatness. You understand? And these things do happen. And so this is one of them. This is one of them. Queenie, you married for all the wrong reasons. You just wanted a husband by any means necessary. So if he's cheating, if he's lying, if he's this, you will cuss him, but then you will make an excuse. He's my husband. Dewey is my husband. Dewey is my husband. I'm his wife. And you need to, he does not recognize you as his wife. He's not treating you as his wife. This is way worse than a shacking up relationship. It is way worse than a shacking up, because a lot of women, as Frenchie said, she has a boyfriend and she can give an account where her boyfriend is. She knows based on the respect and trust. But then you are married and you don't know where your husband is. He's not even interested in talking to you. Not that we're using that to discredit marriage, because marriage is honorable. You understand me? And we support marriage wholeheartedly. But at the same time, you have to know that not every marriage has honor in it. Not every marriage has grace. And if an immature individual, he's a grown boy, he refused to grow the hell up and act his age. His age is not on the calendar. Dewey age is not on the calendar. He is old enough to act and behave like a mature man. He's also a father. And he wishes to behave like a reckless individual who's just turned 18, 16 years old, 18, 21, and just living his fullest life. You understand me? You have to honor your vows. You don't want it, you file for divorce and you move on. You understand me? Queenie also is erratic and is also a very aggressive, overly aggressive, and a person who like to attack. You can't be that type of person and expect a guy to respect you also. He won't want to be in your circle. And this is, you see, this is the same thing that I just spoke about with the Latino women and Black women. We are not saying that Latino women aren't violent. We aren't saying that they aren't overly aggressive. We aren't saying that, because the media as I said before, the media portray and controls the Black community and the narrative it wants to put out of Black people. So we accept that. However, I'm trying to say that if this is what you are pushing and you're pushing it for a likeness at all time, the overly aggressive behavior and stuff like that, it's going to be a case wherein a man rather move to someone else and try something different rather than be with you. Yeah, we know the colorists out there. We're not speaking on you. Everything doesn't require colors to inject themselves in or speak on their behalf. You understand me? Because we're not talking about a person who immaturely doing things out of irrational thinking. We're talking about a person who wants better or wants a wholesome relationship. They're going to move to where they can find it. And her behavior is being cheered on and being supported by a lot of people. And she's not the only one. So many of them on social media who has that overly aggressive, bulldogging kind of behavior. And it is being celebrated and cheered on. All that cosmetic surgery you're doing, you could blow up your butt so much. You could suck out all the fat and put your waistline at 19 and have two big triple D breasts in front of you. It will not compensate for a nasty attitude that a person simply do not want to have to deal with. You're not the only one, because remember, they're not having sex with well, some people are fetish or whatever. The breast is not for sexual intercourse. You understand what I'm saying? The flat tummy is not for sexual intercourse. It's through vaginal penetration and stuff like that. Penile penetration into the vaginal cavity. And, they can get it from, a guy can get it from another girl. So if you're leading with that kind of nasty attitude and foul attitude, the next guy that comes won't want to have anything to do with you. I think if you sign a contract, he's going to leave. I think other things come into play, and they're saying that Queenie doing it for money. So I ask the question, if they stop book her, will she leave Dewey? I don't think she will. I think that she's fascinated with the drama. She's fascinated. She believes highly because of self-abandonment. Like I said, she believes highly that there isn't anyone else out there, and it's going to be so difficult to find someone to make her feel young, to make her feel youthful. And I said, if you use your money to get this Iga, you can use your money to get another one. It's really not that hard. It's not that hard. You understand? Because of your behavior and what you portray, probably a lot of guys are going to say no, because they're going to have to worry about going to jail. There are some women out there who you have to plan to go to jail for, because they're going to push you. They're going to want to be violent and all these kind of things. Hence, like I said, a lot of men move on, move out. Not that I'm saying that a lot of guys have great behavior, because they have changes and attitude problem that they need to work on and change. It can't be a case wherein the woman is always wrong based on her attitude. Guys have nasty attitude, poor communication skill, no respect, all of that. And so it will drive a woman who is already half mad. It will drive, it will drive someone who is wholesome and outstanding. It will drive them insane. Just the same. You can't be leading. Either party can't be leading when there's poor communication and there's no respect. Dewey doesn't respect her. And because he doesn't respect her, I mean, for you to come and say that you follow the man to buy PUXXY, I was like, did I hear right? Did this woman say what I think she just said? Did I hear right? I'm sorry. Did she really say that she followed Dewey to buy PUXXY? And when he came back, he was so quick, and she wondered, oh, he come quick and oh. And I'm like, what? I was laughing uncontrollably last night on the live, because when he flashed back in my head, you understand me? And I'm like, this is what you are reducing yourself to, just to be a wife. We all know that, yeah, there are women out there who participate in threesome with their man, with their husband, and all of that. But you are doing things out of desperation. You are doing things out of desperation because you want that ring on your finger. And someone said that ring sure is burning her. That must be a mighty uncomfortable ring to be on your finger, that you want it on by any means necessary, even if you break your finger, to keep that ring on it, to be a wife, to have that title. You are willing to go through all of that length. You went and follow him to buy PUXXY on the road. What kind of relationship, what kind of marriage is that? And then you wonder, oh, it comes so quick. And I'm like, this woman doesn't have, you just tell everybody everything. Like, you don't care about the disgrace. You're talking about Dewey putting you through a disgrace. You do a fine job single-handedly disgracing your own self. Because I don't remember Dewey ever speaking on that. Now, imagine if there wasn't any live or anything happening. All this trouble would have been between you, Dewey, and whoever it is that he chose to sleep with. It wouldn't have anything to do with the entire world, because there are so many women going through the same thing or worse, and they're taking their business through social media. They actually leave when enough is enough. They leave. They try to get away. They don't want this in their life. They move on, or they stay and they cheat also, or they find someone else. But you just come on the internet all day because of the heavy attention, because to you it generates bookings, you get money from it, and you're willing to go crazy over one guy who has no interest in you. The one guy who has no interest in you. At what point? At what point do you stop? You are willing to put your health at risk. He could have blinded you. That cyst could have led to blindness. The way it's in such close proximity to your it's in such close proximity to your eye. It could have affected your optic nerve possibly and lead to blindness. You are willing to sacrifice your health just because you want to be a wife. You're willing to come on the internet and subject yourself to public humiliation because you want to remain a wife to a man who is telling you that he doesn't want you. I don't know why he doesn't file for divorce. I think maybe either party is scared they will have to come out their pocket. So that's why they are hesitating, and they're going through all of this foolishness and stuff. You will get your day, your day is coming, Dewey. Your day is coming. But for now, we're talking about Queenie and the madness that she's doing and pushing. You understand me? It doesn't look good, and I'm just over it right now at this point. The reason a lot of people continue speaking on it is that there are a lot of young people out there, women in particular, who are in a relationship, and we don't want them to see something like this and constantly be making excuses for it. We don't want them to see something like this or experiencing something like this in their relationship and think it's okay. So we don't care about you, Queenie, and the foolishness that you're tolerating. You are putting yourself through this at this point. We are just concerned that there are onlookers who simply don't know better and may emulate you and think that that's the way to go to have a marriage or to have a relationship. I don't know what that is, but that is not a marriage. That is something else. That's something else that you are in. You need to leave that something else before it leaves you. That's all I have to say on the topic. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. God bless you.